Fool's Ebony, Part the Threeth. Dramatis Personae. Prologue: The Adventurer, a dark elf rascal Koman, a priest of Akatosh Liban, another priest of Akatosh, Epilogue Steet, a priest of Julianos Rake, another priest of Julianos Shub, a mage Shub, a different mage of the same name Nephron, a somewhat sleazy merchant, 5 armors Orthocrun, husband of Millie, a lusty Contessa Millie, innkeep and philosopher, Guernsey, bovine wench, assorted wenches, and cads of the taverns, soldiers, dwarfs, giants. Part the Threeth in the Mages Guild 3 days later. Enter Prologue. We are now at the halfway point of our disjointed epic. If you are just arriving, you have missed little. The adventurer, our rogue dark elf, has joined with a quadripartite, that's a triumvirate plus 1, of priests intent on discovering a burning metal called Fool's Ebony and becoming wealthy. The priests have given our hero some gold for bribing merchants, but the only people who know where the Fool's Ebony is are the mages of the Mages Guild. As the epilogue pointed out at the end of the part, the tooth, there is no such thing as Fool's Ebony, and real ebony is not mined. Something our playwright apparently did not research. Well, accept it as high fantasy, if you will, or whatever. Hark, here comes our hero now. Imagine the miasma, if that's the word I want, of magical elixirs, bubbling cauldrons, hovering balls of sparkling whatnot. Now the prologue must depart. Enter the adventurer and Shub. Adventurer: Ho! Anyone around? Shub: Over here, young man, in the corner. Adventurer: Morning. Do I call you Shub? Shub: Oh yes, Shub's my name. Shub it is. How on Tabriel did you know? Adventurer: Can we have some privacy? I have a somewhat delicate matter to discuss. Shub: No need for privacy here. We mages do hide anything. Fool's Ebony. Shub: Quick, through this door. Turn right, turn left. Just let me throw a privacy spell around us. Loud zap sounds. Enter Shub. Good. Now, sir. Oh, by the way, meet my fellow mate, Shub. Shub: Shub: Now you mention Fool's Ebony. Adventurer: Well, I fancy myself a bit of an expert in ebony. Had quite a bit come and go through my hands in my time. I have. Shub: We notice that you have an ebony amulet and an ebony katana, of lightning no less, and an ebony belt. Adventurer: Hands off the toys, gentlemen, please. Shub: Forgive us, but we so appreciate such fine items. Shub: Collect them too. Adventurer: Well, the other day, just by chance, of course, I just happened to hear 2 priests of the temple of Standar, I think it was. They were a bit high in their cups, I think, a bit loud, and never noticed me standing there. They were going on about this Fool's Ebony, stuff like the real thing, only no magic at all, none, but it burns like wood, only longer, hotter, no smoke, nice even heat. Shub: Yes, we have heard similar rumors. Seen a bit of that stuff, lumps, from a sack or 2 of that crazed delver dragged up, that kind of thing. Right, Shub? Shub: Oh, yes, right, that kind of thing, right. Aside: I must remember to keep the secret, whatever it is. Adventurer: Well, these fool priests seem to talk as if they knew a location for piles of that stuff, somewhere up in the Rothgarians. Shub and Shub together: Where? Who? Did they say? How? When? Where? Shub: Don't let them know where. Listening you. Did you? Adventurer: Of course not. What do you take me for, a priest lover? Shub: Calm yourself, my lord. That's better. Just don't go fiddling with that katana so much. Makes us nervous. Shub: Yes, nervous, very. Shub: Here, sit down. There. Want some mulled wine? No, well, I'll just have to finish it myself. Shub: So they seem to know the location. Aside: That means we have to act fast. Quickly, speedily, and with great rapidity. Adventurer: Oh, yes, they were talking like they were going to get a load in a few weeks or so. Shub: Oh my, dear me, oh. Shub: Now then, it seems you know a fair amount of this Fool's Ebony, and you realize the potential. Just think, big warm fires in all our sturdy rooms. Shub and Shub together: Selling it to the Palace of Selling. it to the stupid alchemists. The Armorers Guild would be nice for a lot. Keep our familiars nice and warm, and our posteriors. Just think! How dangerous seducers love a nice warm fire, giving smoldering lumps to the peasants to warm their hovels with, in return for some gold, of course. Shub. Just think of all that gold. Shub. Trouble is, son, we would like to get that stuff by the cartload. Bring it down here. Have some trustworthy merchant. Shub. Put a spell on him. Shub. Have a merchant act as sort of a middleman for us. Adventurer. But then why the delay, gentlemen? Shub. You seem like an honest fellow. We'll tell you. Mind you, you let out a word of this, and there will be a fire danger on your bed. But no threats between gentlemen, right? Adventurer. Very well. I shall have the very soul of discretion. Shub. You see, we know where the stuff cartloads and cartloads of it. But we can't get there and back. Shub. We are not the outdoorsy types. Shub. Far safer here in town. Shub. Much warmer, too. Shub. Think of all the supplies we would have to take. Shub. All those nasty things out there. Shub. Did you know that the seducers won't come in the wilderness? Shub. We'd have to hire guards to keep those awful priests away. Shub. And the strain of dealing with all those coarse types, the merchants. Shub. The armorers. Shub. The royals. Adventurer. I think I comprehend. You want some experienced explorer hero type. Someone used to the wilderness to go get it for you, set up a supply line, and so on. Shub. Exactly, and find us a nice usable merchant. Someone we can control. Shub. With a big warehouse, delivery service, that kind of thing. Adventurer. Well, gentlemen, let me volunteer my services. I have always admired you mage gentlemen. So clever, so sharp. No fooling you in anything, is there? Shub. No, fool on us. Enter prologue. This, ladies and gentlemen, is irony. Exit prologue. Adventurer. Tell you what, I can probably arrange a suitable merchant for you. Take some gold, though. Those thieves know the value of a gold piece. As luck would have it, my last gold was swindled off me by a thieving priest in some little town south of here, and I lost a lot of good stuff in a shipwreck. Just before that. Shub. Well, since you have agreed to help us, we can spare some gold from the treasury, can't we, Shub? Shub. Oh yes, lots there, always. Make more. Adventurer. Now, I do need to know roughly where this site is. Got to pick the right breed of horses, calculate my supplies to the last drop, figure out what weapons I might need, supplies like food, little things like that, diameter of the cart wheels and square yurts, ambush points for the priests in case they try to get up there. Shub. Tell you what, here's 500 gold. Go get things started. Shub. Yes, we could always make some more. Shub. Aside to Shub. Shut up! Shub fires a spell at Shub that burns him to a cinder and then reconstitutes him. To all. Excuse us, where was I? Oh, yeah, get a merchant, guard's cart, whatever you think it will take. Come back if you need more. Shub. But what about those priests? Adventurer. I've an idea or two there. Let me get friendly with them. Maybe hire a couple of good lamppost girls. Lay in a few cases of holy wine. I'll have them eating out of my hand in time, and then you shall show me where this fool's Ebony is. Why, I can misdirect them, send them straight into a troll's den or something. Shub. You're the expert. Here, let me show you a map. And I don't need to mention fire dangers, do I? Adventurer. So, seems to be, only 30 days there this time of year, maybe 40 back with the loads. Let me study this a bit more. Shub. Can't take it with you, of course. Don't want this getting out now. Adventurer. Oh, no, that's fine. Let me look. Have a bit more gold. Going to need some heavy-duty carts. See here, this section. Cut by all those washes. The flummox there will be something terrible. Oh, and these ruins full of ghosts, I bet. And this patch just full of willies, too. Shub. If you say so, seems that we picked the right man, right, Shub? Shub. Oh, yes, indeed. Adventurer. So, why don't I make arrangements? Get back to you in, say, a week? Say, sure, that you don't want to come with me. After all, there's nothing like the wilderness life. Walking up with the sun shaking off the frost, catching an orc for breakfast. Ever have orc guts? Fried over stinkwood? Oh, that's a treat. Checking each stream for giant dead spiders, or live ones. imp jerky for lunch, scanning the ridges for dragonlings, standing guard against ice daedra in a blinding snowstorm. Oh, what a life! Shub and shub together. No, no, we better stay here at the guild. Got our duties after all. Someone's got to mind the store. Someone's got to get the word out to selected customers. No, thank you, kind sir. It does sound such a lovely life, but I think we best be here. Yes, indeed. Adventurer. A pity, gentlemen. Well, I'll be about it then, and don't worry if you see me with those priests. Got to mislead and direct them, haven't I? Shub. 1 week, then. Exeunt Shub and the adventurer and Shub. Enter Epilogue. Epilogue. Shub and Shub, ladies and gentlemen. Implausibly retarded mages, yes, but perhaps there's something more to them than this act suggests. Do you think so, maybe? Well, if you are not in the theater for part the fourth, you won't know for certain, will you? Don't forget to tip your wenches and think on that while we change the set. So endeth part the 3.